Archer slides sideways, loses the lead.
We are underway for the World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing.
Welcome to New Smyrna Beach and New Smyrna Speedway as we kick off the 2026 Appalachian Sucker Punch ASA Stars National Tour during the 60th running of the World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing. Welcome in to the 6 Hour Academy Clyde Hart Memorial 200 coverage. I'm Jim Trado, joined by Adam Mackey. We are live. The fans are on the racetrack for an autograph session, and we have 32 of the finest super late model cars and teams prepared to go at it for 200 laps. This is the third time the super late models in the existence of Speed Weeks this week are hitting the racetrack. They practiced and qualified yesterday, Adam, but the anticipation now is we had a last chance race. We turned some guys away and gals. This is the cream of the crop tonight.
Several guys we turned away. What a field. 41 on the entry list. We qualified 38 that attempted to make it in the show. 22 locked in through time trials. Had the last chance race last night. The field has been set. 32 starters going to race on this half-mile oval, New Smyrna Beach, Florida, which opened in 1964. This is the 60th running of the World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing.
And we haul around these 23 degrees of banking. It's the third straight year ASA has sanctioned this race with the Clyde Hart Memorial going on for 27th annual running here tonight. It's a fast half mile, and the beautiful weather, yep, short sleeves. This is the ASA Stars National Tour, first of 12 events in 2026. Tonight's schedule also includes Tour Modifieds, 60 laps. That is a number we'll keep hearing throughout Speed Weeks. It's the 60th run of the World Series. No more 35-lap features. We've got a 60-lap Pro Late model followed right after the Tour Modified race tonight on our coverage. So stick around for all of that here at New Smyrna Speedway. The World Series of Asphalt Stock Racing rolls on with two more great races after this one. The fans are enjoying it. We certainly are going to enjoy the coverage and bringing it to you, and we have a chance now to talk to several drivers on the pit grid, on the fan walk, if you will. Let's welcome in the third member of our crew, Charlie Kral. Charlie, how you doing?
Jim, I am doing great. It is a beautiful night for racing, and I am standing by with a guy that I think is going to have a pretty good shot tonight. Carson Brown starting third. Normally, when you start up closer to the front, you told me you don't tend to finish very well, but I think we're going to change that tonight.
Yeah, I hope so. Every time we qualify on the pole or up front, I feel like we end up sucking. And every time we qualify 13th on back, we end up coming through the field. So hopefully we're that happy medium tonight. I feel like we'll be really good. Just hats off to the Anthony Campy crew, P1, and the whole crew that have helped make this happen.
Have you talked to anybody about maybe dropping back to 13th for the start?
I thought about it, but qualifying's already over, so the damage has already been done if it's there, you know. So I haven't, but hopefully we don't run out of fuel this time running second, and I think we'll be all right.
All right, bud, good luck tonight. We're going to wander the grid here, and I see a guy that's been coming to New Smyrna Speedway since the 70s, one of the baddest top fuel drivers to ever do it, Daryl Gwynn. You're a big-time short-track stock car fan. What are some of the names you remember coming to watching here at New Smyrna when you were a kid?
Oh, man, great memories from New Smyrna Speedway as a kid. Gary Ballou, Junior Hanley, Mark Martin. Oh, my gosh, there's so many I'm going to forget them. Richie Evans. Great racing in the 70s and 80s, and they continue to have great racing here today. That's why I drove 3.5 hours to come watch them tonight.
I am so thrilled you were here, my man. Go enjoy it tonight. Daryl Gwynn, one of the legendary top fuel drivers, coming and hanging out tonight. We're going to slide over here and talk to the master of NASCAR history, none other than Mr. George Phillips. George, first of all, you had a phenomenal qualifying run. I saw you when you climbed out of this race car. You were jumping up and down. You were thrilled. How's your car?
It's really good. Wilson Motorsports has got me a great car, and can't wait for tonight's race, and qualified position 4, so hopefully going to get up to position 1 by the end of the race. That's the plan.
All right, so I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to pick a random Daytona 500. Who won the 1965 Daytona 500?
Fred Lorenzen.
Oh, geez, Louise, you cannot stump this kid. All right, have a good race tonight, pal. George Phillips, definitely a student of the history of this game. We're going to slide over here and talk to my friend Kyle Steckley up from north of the border. Kyle, making the move to Wilson Motorsports after a couple of years at Rhett Jones. How's that transition been so far?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been a ton of learning down here at Speed Weeks with the Wilson Motorsports group, but they've been great. We've been bonding well together, and I think we got a really good APC Auto Parts Centers 22 for tonight. We just got to keep track position, keep up with the track, and hopefully be there at the end.
Car looks good. Is it as fast as it looks?
Yeah, for sure. We're getting it there. We've been working hard nonstop, and we've got it really good, and happy with the speed we have.
All right, bud, good luck tonight. Kyle Steckley going to come from up near the front. Hopefully he can keep it there towards the end of the night. We're going to wander up the grid a little bit and see who else we can chat with. I see a guy that's already gone to victory lane here one time this week. Hey, Gabe, come on up and chat with us real quick. Gabe Summers about to get ready for some pre-race activities. You had a real good race car here on opening night. Maybe not so good on Saturday night, but you guys were trying some things. How's that going to help you for tonight?
Yeah, we tested a few things out that we wanted to test throughout the week. Just try to get prepared more for tonight, being the big show. We got the car we won with Friday night, so man, we're just going to see if it's the same car.
I think it's going to be just fine. Gabe Summers, always a contender to go to victory lane here. We're going to slide in and grab one more quick word with a former ASA Stars national champion, Casey Roderick. He's signing autographs. We are in the autograph session down here, folks. So we're going to slide in here, and after he signs a couple of quick, you're on TV there, young lady. All right. Casey Roderick, coming back to ASA full-time after a year away. You got a really good race car, really good-looking race car, too. You feeling confident coming into tonight? Can you go to victory lane?
Yeah, I am. As long as we keep our nose clean throughout the race and just position ourselves to be there at the end, I think we'll be fine. See how the car progresses on pit stops, just make good adjustments and put us there at the end. But a lot of good competition out here tonight.
So this young lady starting next to you passed you and went to victory lane. What do you think about young Jade Avedizzi? Is she going to have it? Should be a contender here tonight?
Yeah, she did a good job Saturday night. Had a really good car, and she got out there and checked out, and it was a long green flag run there, all 60 laps. So she jumped out there and got away from us, and I think Sutton had a little better car there at the end, but just didn't have enough time to get there. But we just gotta keep our nose clean, like I said, and make good adjustments during our pit stops, and we can fight at the end for it.
Jim, if anybody can make good adjustments and end up at victory lane today, I think Casey Roderick's definitely going to be one of the guys to make it happen here tonight.
Casey Roderick, one of the stars, going to look for another victory here in the ASA Stars National Tour. There's a platinum program set in place for the 12 drivers that committed to run the entire season. They had to commit by this weekend. And we have an all-star cast of drivers, some great rookie contenders in the Pepperjack Kennels Rookie of the Year. Jade Avedisian we see on screen in the number 24. That's the team Gavin Boschel raced to victory here a year ago. She's in that car full-time now on super late models for Donnie Wilson Racing. There's a lot of stories to tell here tonight, and it came down last night. We talked about drivers going home. There was an LCQ last night. This is how qualifying shook down one night ago to determine our starting lineup here today for the Clyde Hart Memorial 200. Qualifying fifth out of Washington, a young driver that ran half of the schedule last year. He's been on the button. Casey Klein qualified fifth tonight in the Thamont Farms Farmer Bean and Seed Toyota.
And he was very good second half of last season. This driver struggled at times in 2025. He's starting off 2026 strongly, as he did a year ago. Had a good run here at the World Series. George Phillips in the 22 car. Phillips out of North Carolina, looking for a great run this week.
Carson Brown qualifies in the top three again here at New Smyrna Speedway. He won the pole at Florence a couple nights ago on the Cars Tour and the Florence Icebreaker, I should say. But tonight it's all about racing for Anthony Campy full-time in 2026. He qualifies third out of New London, North Carolina. Dawson Sutton, a very fast car here during Speed Weeks, and he put it on the outside of the front row with this run of the Rackley Roofing Chevrolet.
And there's the 5 of Tristan McKee, a rookie making his first start for the Appalachian Sucker Punch ASA Stars National Tour, and he's the first driver since Willie Allen back at Nashville of 2023 making his first ASA Stars start to get the pole.
Let's check in now with our Hamke Racing pole qualifier with Charlie Crawl.
Thanks a lot, Jim. Tristan McKee starting P1, the first driver since Willie Allen back in 2023 to start from the pole in your first ASA start. So the question I have, I saw you win an Archer Menard Series race in your first career start. You going to do that again here tonight?
Yeah, I just thought about that. So hopefully we can get that done and keep the number 5 Richie Waters car up there all night and, keep track position and hopefully get it done in the end.
Richie has got a lot of real great experience. He's been doing this for 30-plus years. What's some of the advice that he's told you tonight to keep that thing up front?
I mean, there's plenty. Every time you're talking to him, there's something new coming up or, any kind of discussion. So there's, plenty of things, whether it's tire saving or any kind of strategy we're going to be playing. So there's plenty of stuff to keep in mind throughout this 200-lap race.
All right, so who's going to be the tough competition that you're going to be hoping to be keeping in that rearview mirror tonight?
Well, all of them. There's no easy cars out here to beat. They're all really good cars. You look down the line, and every single one of them is fast car. So hopefully we can keep every one of them behind us during the race, and hopefully they'll all be behind us at the end.
All right, good luck to Tristan McKee tonight. Jim, he's going to have a very busy 2026 season.
Indeed, full-time here in the ASA Stars National Tour. And joining him tonight is a teammate from Spire Motorsports affiliation, Carson Hocevar, and another orange and black Richie Waters prepared Chevrolet. The Stars are here. We're getting close to winding up the autograph session, which means we're getting closer to race time. Stick around. This is the 60th running of the World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing at New Smyrna Speedway.
Since 1978, Sweet Manufacturing has been the leader in high-performance power steering. Employee-owned and built in the USA, we proudly deliver the best in-class steering equipment. With constant innovation and development, we push performance to the next level because champions demand the best. When precision matters and performance counts, trust the experts. Sweet Manufacturing. Let us turn your wheels.
The Engine Shop at the legendary garage is proud to carry the winning tradition of the progressive spec engine into the future. Proven power from smart modifieds to super late models. Built for reliability, designed to save teams money. Expect a long service life of winning power. The progressive spec engine, reliable, proven, racer approved. Find the Engine Shop online at thelegendarygarage.com.
When you go green, precision matters, and that's why you choose Weir's Machine. From suspension components, tools, and data technology, we've changed the game for race teams around the world. Our ultra-force load machines are revolutionizing how teams collect and analyze data, while our Circle Track app provides a data storage notebook, giving you the edge on every turn. We're not here to follow the pack, we're here to lead it. American-made, race-tested, Weir's Machine.
The sun is setting at New Smyrna Speedway here on the Florida coast. We can't wait to show you the 200 laps here, plus another 120 laps, two different divisions following this one here tonight at New Smyrna Speedway in the World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing. I'm Jim Trado, joined by Adam Mackey. Adam, you've been doing this for how many years now? Each February, the pilgrimage for you is what, 15 years running?
Yeah, 16 actually.
I've had a chance to be part of some of these great races, but this week, man, you talk about some great races. These are memories for the fans that are going to last for quite some time.
Beautiful beach that folks get to check out during the day before they come over here to the racetrack opening night for the World Series and the super late models. You saw Jade Avedissian get up into the wall there, and Gabe Summers picked up a dominant win. For pro late models this week, it's been a little rough at times. Their first two races ending in shortened races due to time limits. They cleaned it up a night ago. NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour has been here, a wild race on Saturday night.
That's a 200-lapper to start their season here tonight, and Jason Bonsignor held off the field, including Ryan Preece and the stars of the Mod Tour to win.
Yeah, Justin Bonsignor, not a surprise there that he claims victory for the Whelen Modified Tour. There's the super late models back on track. Spencer Davis in the 96 has had a good couple of nights, second and third place finishes, but Jade Avedissian becoming the second ever female winner in a super late model during the World Series.
Green to checkered in a 60-lap run that night. Then we came down to another race for the pro late models. Rafael Lessard's car went home in pieces the night before. The team rebuilt it, and then Canadian went back to victory lane here in the pro lates at New Smyrna.
There's a 602 Modifieds on track. Paulie Hartwig III claimed his first World Series win in the 602 Modified start. Dalton Simons won in the E-Mod race for the week for the World Series, the son of Jerry Simons, veteran campaigner and many-time champion and winner. And then the Tour Type Modifieds last night. Look at the excitement from the Hartwig family. Paulie Hartwig III claiming the Tour Type Modified win last night. See him back on track again tonight, looking to remain atop the standings.
That's his dad. I saw him 2 years ago say, watch out, my kid's got some talent. He's proving it here this week.
There's a big pileup on the last lap of the 602 Modified race. Skip Flores claiming the victory in his final start of the week as he was able to hold off Paulie Hartwig III, who finished second last night.
That's a lot of memories that have happened. Here's what's yet to come here in our coverage on FloRacing. And if you're coming down in person, Come on down. We got the rest of the week, but this is a full schedule of events.
Those are some of the winners that we had over the weekend. If you look at our winners from Friday through Sunday, it's got them all listed out. And then we move on to the middle part of the week, the Monday through Wednesday section. We're right at the middle part of the week.
Yeah.
Day 5 of 9 days of racing.
So if you're coming down, you got a lot of action here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night, all on Flow, all in person. It's a beautiful racetrack right here, right down the road from Daytona International Speedway.
Got a bunch more racing to end the week if you can make it down over the next few days. That big Richie Evans Memorial coming up on Friday night.
The most recent big race in the super late model world is the Snowball Derby that you saw here live on FloRacing. A happy champion in his 17th start is standing by with our Charlie Crawl.
Yeah, Jim, standing by with Stephen Nasse. And how does this sound? Reigning Snowball Derby champion Stephen Nasse.
Yeah, of course, that's not going to get old, and look forward to hearing it throughout the season. I had somebody ask me if I was tired of getting congratulated, and I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, we're looking forward to tonight, having a good race.
Now, refreshing my memory, you didn't necessarily start very close to the front at the Snowball Derby. You're not necessarily super close to the front of the night, so that doesn't really mean much to you, does it?
No, I think, what was it, 32nd we started there. This is 15th, so, kind of a little bit shorter way to the front tonight, but still going to try to make it exciting for the fans. I know they come in for a good show and everybody watching at home, so that's my plan.
Can you share your plan to get to the front with me or no?
I mean, I already told you, it's just I don't have a plan besides just win. And we just got to, when you start making plans in these races, your strategy-wise, things just start falling apart. We kind of just go with the flow and do what comes naturally to us. So hopefully I can go out there and keep it clean and pass some cars and put on a good show.
And here in the Clyde Hart Memorial race last year, Stephen Nasse would have won the Hard Charger Award. He went from 31st to 5th. This year, if he does that and he earns the Hard Charger Award in each and every ASA Stars race, it's a $500 bonus per race from Port City Racing. So we'll see if he can forward his way from 15th. No doubt he'll be in contention. One of the Florida fan favorites who grew up here at age 14 and super lates, still racing. We're coming right back. Welcome back to the 60th World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing at New Smyrna Speedway. It's a marathon of racing. It's a way to gather a lot of information in a short period of time. The super late models will be competing here on 5 separate nights. This is night 3 of 5. This is the longest race we'll run. It also is the ASA Stars National Tour season opener. Welcome into the 6 Hour Academy, Clyde Hart Memorial 200 at New Smyrna Speedway, kicking off the 2026 season for the Appalachian Sucker Punch ASA Stars National Tour. The 4th year of the series, the 3rd year they're sanctioning this big affair. We've got NASCAR stars. We've got stars in the super late model world. We've got drivers that are trying to make their way into super late models that have proven in other disciplines, coming from area championships, dirt championships. They're all here tonight to shine.
Super late models have had 2 nights on track before tonight. This does count toward the World Series points, and then they have 2 more nights tomorrow and Thursday that will go toward the point championship for the week. Spencer Davis has had 2 very consistent runs, finishing 2nd and 3rd, and he leads the David Rogers Super Late Model World Series standings. Jade Avidizian right behind him, just 6 points behind. Tonight will be important towards that championship race, and Avidizian, after claiming that win 2 nights ago. Michael Hine, Kyle Steckley, Gabe Summers, the top 5 in World Series standings for the super late models so far this week.
And adding to the importance of this specific event tonight, it was announced by a new owner of the ASA Appalachian Sucker Punch ASA Stars National Tour, Marty Mello, that there is going to be a Sunshine State 4-crown bonus program. This is the first race of 4 across the Sunshine State of Florida throughout the year. Here's our current standings in the Super Lights, as you mentioned. Max Reeves, 6th in points. That young driver you may have seen race win in ARCA races. He had to run the last chance race last night to just get in the show. Nicholas Noggle out of Canada. Derek Griffith, unfortunately, did not qualify, so his chances of racing for a 3rd World Series title have vanished for that young driver out of New Hampshire.
Talked to the team. They had engine issues, Derek Griffith. They were losing speed over the first few nights they competed. Car kept getting slower. They didn't know what the problem was. Well, they found an engine issue, so his week is coming to an early close, unfortunately, and that was terrible for his birthday yesterday. He turned 29 years of age, did Derek Griffith, but the team will stay around and have some fun this week, and is not going to be able to be on track looking to claim his 3rd World Series championship for the talented veteran.
Hey, putting a period on the Sunshine State 4-crown. Tonight's the first of 4 races in Florida. The next one is Saturday, March 14th at Five Flags Speedway. Saturday, September 26th at Five Flags Speedway. The last race in the Blizzard Series, the Championship Blizzard Series race. And Saturday, November 14th, right back here at New Smyrna, the big Florida Governor's Cup. It's going to pay out a lot of money. $10,000 if you're the best average finisher of the 4 races. $5,000 for the hard charger amongst all of them. And there's a lot of money added to the purse and continuing to be added to the purse from Appalachian Sucker Punch. So a lot of good things coming to Super Lates, especially when it comes to racing here in Florida in 2026.
And you mentioned the next race that's on that 4-race schedule comes up at Five Flags Speedway, Pensacola, Florida, Saturday, March 14th.
It's a day show.
Going to be an afternoon show starting at 1 p.m. Central Time. The green flag will drop on that Sunshine State 200 presented by Appalachian Sucker Punch. It's always a great race. Obviously, super late model racing so good at Five Flags Speedway, and that's going to be opening weekend for the track. Tickets go on sale for that weekend event tomorrow, 12 noon Central Time, fiveflagspeedway.com.
So the drivers of ASA Stars races, sometimes you're like, man, if I had a picture of those guys, if I had a picture, well, this is a standard fare deal. Not just because it's a special event, but the ASA Stars National Tour visit the finest racetracks, the great short tracks across the country, and they do a class photo for each of their races. So we're getting them all separated, not kneeling down. We're just kind of get them all lined up. 32 drivers to organize here for a class photo before we get them off and introduced and then back into the race cars to go 200 laps tonight.
Jim Jones has been around a long time taking photos here at the World Series. He knows how to get these class photos lined up. He'll make sure that every single face can be seen by the camera, and this will go in the history books for the World Series with, again, one of the big-time strong fields that we've had for a Clyde Hart Memorial, and this has been such an impressive race since ASA Stars started to sanction it just a couple of years ago, and will continue to do so here for years to come, hopefully, with this type of field in front of a nearly packed grandstands once again.
And because this World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing has brought the stars of super late model racing so many Februaries to Florida, to this racetrack, it's the Clyde Hart Memorial. The Hart family is so much ingrained in what's going on, and I love to see the reaction of the winner knowing what the trophy is about to be presented once they finally find a way to victory lane year upon year. A great tradition they continue here.
Absolutely do. This super late model field and the super late model tradition along with the tour type modifieds that we see for the final, or for the next 4 nights, counting tonight. We have 60 lapper coming up for them as well.
And we'll see which one of these 32 drivers gets to put on that cowboy hat.
Absolutely, the cowboy hat in victory lane.
They're all formed up. Okay, we got the kneeling down. We got the spaced out. This is pretty cool to see these drivers. And 12 of these drivers have committed to run every ASA Stars National Tour race. Some have come in just to get some seat time. Some are racing the rest of this week at Daytona International Speedway. William Swallow racing full-time the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series for Joe Gibbs Racing. We have Carson Hocevar racing in the Truck Series and in the Cup Series this weekend at Daytona. He's here competing in this race, one of his half a dozen races. He loves racing every chance he can in Super Late, so we'll see him perhaps several more times here in the ASA Stars National Tour. Great to see this field of drivers. We'll talk about champions. We'll talk about several drivers that are actually racing this Saturday in the ARCA Menard Series race on Fox Television prior to the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race at Daytona. So lots going on. A lot in the mind of these young drivers. Proving themselves here does pay off, does mean something when you win a race or a World Series championship.
You see that young field of drivers, and there's Robert Hart, longtime owner, along with wife Jane coming into the photo, and their son Andrew and grandchild coming into the group photo to join for the Clyde Hart Memorial in memory of Robert's dad, Clyde, who started this racetrack long ago.
Seen some crazy finishes here. We've seen some stars being made. And we also see some drivers proving their talents, like Mark Martin, who won the World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing here as a 19-year-old. He, of course, went on to win a NASCAR Cup Series, a NASCAR Hall of Fame award, nearly winning Cup Championship year upon year. One of the most celebrated short track racers who loved the idea that he could design and build his own race cars over the course of a week, shape the body like Junior Hanley and Dick Trickle and Gary Ballou, and get that ingrained and get that experience in such a short period of time. Even talking to Jade Avedissian, and she said, man, this is great. I can repeat night after night versus waiting a week or two to go racing again, as she's coming from the dirt world where she's run 60 to 70 nights a year.
So they've arranged for the family photo with the Hart family from New Smyrna Speedway, as well as a strong field of super late model competitors. And you look at this group photo right here, and how many of those drivers will we see watching in the Truck Series and the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series and the Cup Series in the next several years? There's a lot of talent on this front straightaway.
And drivers like Casey Roderick, he's racing the Xfinity Series, now the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Derek Kraus ran twice last year in the NASCAR Cup Series, the Coke 600 and the Southern 500. So a lot of these drivers getting that awareness, trying to get that building of the career. And we see Kyle Benjamin returning. He was a youngster coming through here in 2012, 2013, 2014. 7 or 8 years away, now back in this race, racing pros and supers here this week for Pat Jett and Jet Motorsports. It's good to see that Kyle Benjamin out of South Carolina is back, and he found some speed and unfortunately found the wall in qualifying. He had a fast race car till he hit the wall, literally coming to the checkers at qualifying.
And he was faster on that lap. So you know, if he had not hit the wall there, he would have had an amazing lap on lap number 2, maybe good enough for the Hankey Racing pole speed. Kyle Benjamin, a former champion of the Super Late Model World Series with 8 wins in 21 World Series starts when he came into this year's event. Opening ceremonies ready to take place from our front stretch. Let's sit it down to public address announcer for the Stars National Tour, Jonathan Ramos.
Smyrna Speedway, welcome Robert Hart, Jane Hart, and Andrew Hart. Continue to welcome the son of Andrew Hart, Wyatt Hart. The general managers of New Smyrna Speedway, welcome Holly Hanna and Rusty Marcus. The head of marketing and sales of New Smyrna Speedway, welcome Jeff Allen. And Sig Sauer Academy program manager, Ross Begno. New Smyrna Speedway, a quick word from Andrew Hart.
I just wanted to thank everybody for being here tonight on behalf of my family, on behalf of the staff here, on behalf of all of our employees, the drivers. We really wouldn't be able to do this without the fans, so thank you so much for being out here tonight. As you can see, this is very much a family event, and we really hope that your family enjoys it as well and that we can provide some really good racing entertainment for you. So we're really excited that you're here tonight. We're really excited for the race. So thank you so much for being out here.
Race fans, are you ready to hear the starting lineup for the Sig Sauer Academy Clyde Hart Memorial 200? Starting 26, driving the number 44, Jones Utilities Construction Incorporated, Family Tire and Auto Chevrolet from Fredericksburg, Virginia, Connor. Toyota from Mooresville, North Carolina, William Sawalich. Rolling off 17, driving the number 9, Jet Concrete Cook Electrical Toyota from Honea Path, South Carolina, Kyle Benjamin. Rolling off 16, driving the number 26, Phoenix Construction Race Car Engineering Ford, the 2020 Governor Cup winner here at New Smyrna Speedway from Sonoya, Georgia, Bubba Pollard. Starting 15th, driving the number 51, Mitch Smith Auto Oasis Cabaret Family Funeral Chevrolet, the 2025 Snowball Derby winner from Pinellas Park, Florida, Steven Nassi. Starting 14th, driving the number 69, Mike Scott Plumbing, Hamke Brembo Toyota from Hernando, Florida, Michael Hine. Taking the green from 13, driving number 9, R.K. Edwards Drywall, Pro System Brakes, Progressive Race Engine Chevrolet, multi-time track champion at New Smyrna Speedway from Oviedo, Florida, Brad May. Starting 12th, driving the number 24, Yahoo Mobile One TRD Toyota. A winner on the super late model side of the World Series of Asphalt just a couple days ago from Clovis, California, Jade Avidizian. Jade made history as just the second driver to win a super late model race here at New Smyrna Speedway as a part of the World Series of Asphalt. Jade, a quick word. How does that feel, and how are you prepared to take on 31 other drivers?
Yeah, it feels great. Tonight's a whole different night, and 200 laps. I don't even think I've ever done it. So I'm super excited, and just can't wait to get my car in the race.
Jade will be rolling off in the 12th position. Starting 11th, driving the number 30, Port City Race Cars, Casey Jones Racing Ford, the 2024 ASA Stars National Tour Champion from Pulaski, Mississippi, Casey Rodriguez.